What's going on, y'all? Come on in, hang out. Let's see. What is up, y'all? Now, I'm over here trying to copy the links, paste the links, all the things, you guys, and then we'll get to it. There we go. Good morning. What's going on, you guys? So I know, like, it's fixing to be that slow time, but I need to make a patriotic wreath because I got all this patriotic stuff that I need to use up some of this stuff. So we're gonna make a patriotic grapevine. Now, we've done grapevines here before. Grapevines are one of my favorite things to do, you guys. I love me a good grapevine. So normally I don't clean them, honestly, you guys. I'll be 100% honest with you guys. I do not clean them, but some of these little stragglers are sticking out. So okay, so y'all, I just chose a bunch of patriotic stuff. I chose some ribbon, I chose some florals, some greenery. Don't know what we're gonna use, but you know what, we're gonna have a good time, right? So y'all know I am a creative coach in creative coaching in the creative coaching group, so y'all see me every Monday, but I know some of our friends only see me every Thursday when I'm here. Ooh, let's see, I think I just kind of chose everything patriotic, you guys. So now I'm kind of like, okay, what do I want to do? Do I want to do the bow first? Do I want to do the greenery first? Like, what's going to go on? Like, what's going on here? And I love this ribbon, you guys. I love me a good rickrack ribbon. Not gonna lie. I love me a good rickrack ribbon. And I love this one. You watched me last night. Awesome. I think we might do the bow first. So this one is supposed to be a 16-inch oval. And I think I don't think they measure, like, width-wise. I think they measure height-wise. I think that's how they measure out a 16-inch grapevine. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I want to go with. And I'm kind of looking at this, and I see that one side's a little bit more flat than the other. So I'm wondering if I should do, like, my bundles on this side and nothing on this side. I kind of like, do you guys see how this one, this side's kind of a little bit more flat? Like, I'll do that on a grapevine that's like a round one or an oval one. Like, sometimes there might be like a side that's not so rounded out. I want the rounded side out to be seen. And I kind of like that side a little bit better. And then I'll attach everything right here. Okay. So we're gonna bust out with my 60919, you guys, which is in the patriotic colors. So, and I got, y'all, I wanted to tell you, I got a lot of this stuff at shoplikejordan.com. Now, I will tell you, we are starting to get into the process of moving. So, a lot of stuff has sold out, and a lot of patriotic stuff has sold out, you guys. So, just keep that in mind. A lot has sold out, and you know, it's gonna be good because lots of new stuff's gonna come in, and y'all are gonna hit it hard, and we're gonna have a great, fantastic time, right? So we're gonna fluff out my 60919. which y'all know is one of our absolute favorites, which I think I might just need the 2. Who knows? I might use 3. You never know with Jordan, y'all. You never know. Sometimes I use 2, sometimes I use 3, sometimes I use 4, you know. But we gotta fluff this one out. Now, I know this one wasn't exclusive to us last year. Damon did create the red, white, and blue one. Now you can get it. A lot of people do carry it now. So, love that. But you always want to fluff out your stems, you guys, because a lot of times your stems come like this, your florals come like this. Like, you don't want to put this just in your wreath, you guys. You want to make sure that it's nice and pretty. You want to fluff that out. 60919 is definitely one of my favorites, you guys. I love it in all the colors. There's even some that are metallic. Yesterday, I went into storage and I had to try to find some Halloween stuff because I knew I had some, because for the month of June, I'm kind of focusing on Halloween and in creative coaching. Now, that's just me, you guys. I'm kind of doing stuff a little bit differently. I want to do things a little bit differently in creative coaching, just for me. Like the whole month, like I want to focus on like a certain subject or a certain season. So like May was definitely fall. That's exactly what I focused more on. In May was fall. In June I want to do Halloween, so I went to go find me some pumpkins. Might throw in some Halloween in there just because I know not everyone decorates for Halloween. And as I'm telling y'all this, I am fluffing out this stem right here. This stem is really nice and full and lush, so I'm just fluffing that out. And then in July, I am actually going to do Christmas in July, which is one of my favorites. And I'm going to really use all that stuff in my grandma's dining room. So I'm going to decorate the dining room for Christmas from head to toe, you guys. Head to toe Christmas. So I'm kind of excited about that. Did my mother approve? Probably not, but you know what? I do what I want. So someone asked about the rain. So we got a little bit of rain yesterday. Got a little bit of rain the day before. We did get some hail yesterday, which was only like pea-sized. Well, actually, it was, I think they said it was penny-sized hail. So, yeah, that's what we got yesterday. Not too much. It wasn't too crazy. But the day before, we had to go pick up some paperwork for my brother that we needed. And he printed it out and he needed to do some stuff, so we went up there to his apartment, and on the way up there we actually got y'all. So I don't know, like I love weather. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I definitely feel like in a past life I was a meteorologist or storm chaser or something. But before I get into that, so we're gonna grab our 60919 and we're gonna grab our really nice, fun, I don't even know what this one's called, you guys, but I do love this one. This was a Regency item. And all I'm gonna do, you guys, is, do you guys see the center spine of this? The center spine? So I'm gonna take this center spine on this one, and we're gonna meet those two together. We're gonna, as Megan says, we're gonna make babies. If y'all don't know who Megan is one of our creative coaches, and sometimes, you know, some of her Megan-isms, really, you're like, what? But now we made a baby, you guys. Look how pretty it is. Nice and full and wildflowery. Not gonna lie, I'm definitely digging the wildflowery on this one. But look how much coverage that's gonna cover up. Okay. So, we went to go pick up some paperwork that we needed from him. And so I live in Alpine, Texas, you guys. And to get to I-10, you have to go to Fort Stockton, Texas. Well, there's, what is it, Highway 60, I think it's Highway 67, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's Highway 90. No, I think it's US 67. That's the road you have to take to get to the, interstate. So, we were taking that road, you guys, and I'm not even joking. I am not even joking. We counted probably 40 people, like 40 different vehicles that we're definitely tracking a storm cell that was forming in between. So if you look at the map of Texas, you guys, you're gonna get a little geography lesson here today. Okay, so I live in Alpine, and then there's a town called Fort Davis, and then there's a Balmorhea, Texas, and then so it's kind of in the, and then there's Fort Stockton in that little square, you guys. So imagine we've got Alpine, Fort Stockton, Balmorhea, right? Alpine, Fort Stockton, Fort Davis, and Balmorhea. In that little vicinity, you guys, that square mile, I don't even know how many square miles it is. I don't even want to know because Texas is big, right? They were tracking a storm in there, and I was like, that storm's either going to produce really big hail, or there is the possibility of a tornado in that storm. So, because I've watched Twister a bajillion times, you guys, okay? You guys did not know that is one of my guilty pleasures. I love watching Twister. I don't know what it is, but Twister gets me, like, moving and grooving. I can watch that movie 10 times a day if I could. Okay? So, but they were just tracking in that they had all these fancy cameras out and everything. I was like, we need to get the heck out of here. Well, that storm caught up to us in between Fort Stockton and Grand Falls, Texas. Luckily, it wasn't big hail, but it was, I think, pea-sized, and we were driving, so yeah, that was fun. But so next, I'm gonna bring in this stem. Now, this one did come in the wreath supply box, our patriotic box that we did. Absolutely love this. I love all the florals in it. I love the greenery. I love this. I love the little hydrangeas, the blue roses, the white little flowers in it. I absolutely love this. So I'm only going to use 2 of these because that's all I have. I don't know what's happened to the rest of them. Actually, I think I know exactly what happened to the rest of them. They're in a tote, and I've just piled stuff on top of it. And these are the only 2 I could get to because I know y'all can relate to that. And so, yeah. These are going to be the only 2 we're going to use. I liked the new Twisters movie. Now, the new Twisters movie I did like. I'm going to fluff this out, you guys. Again, it's always really important that you fluff out your greenery and your florals. You don't want anything just blech in there, right? Anything flat like my backside. You want some body to it. You want some life to it. But I was seeing a thing. I don't know if y'all follow him. He's on Facebook and other platforms. But Reed Trimmer might be one of the biggest tornado seasons they've seen in a long time. Oh, look how pretty that is, you guys. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. Ooh, so full and lush. Yeah, and that's only 3 stems. That's it. A 60919, a really nice wild flowery stem, and then the 1 pick. Look how pretty that is. So, yes, please. Oh, Hope says that Glen Powell gets her moving and grooving. Honey, I'm going to tell Rudy. Okay? Man, it's before noon. So, yo, look how pretty this is. Now for my magic trick, okay? Zip ties. Zip ties are one of my absolute favorite things to use, you guys. I know a lot of people love wire, a lot of people love pipe cleaners, but Jordan loves himself a good zip tie, you guys. I love myself a good zip tie because now I've got all of that bundled up together, and look how nice and full and lush that is. So it's gonna make up for this little skinny scrawnies part of the wreath. If you guys do moss bases, you could definitely bundle up something like this and plant it right in the middle of that moss space and call it a day. Yo, I'm gonna zip tie this real quick, and because Queen Sheba, if you don't know who Queen Sheba is, and if you're new here, we have a dog. Her name is Oreo, and anytime she goes outside, but if she hears inside voices on the porch, so sometimes she'll sit on the porch, you guys. Sometimes she wants to make her presence known because she wants to come back inside. She wants to come back into the inn. Okay, so but let me let her in real quick, and then we'll get back to our project. Okay, so y'all hang tight. Okay, she's inside. She's okay. She's securing the premises, you guys. Okay, so now of course we have our grapevine, y'all. And honestly, grapevines don't take a lot of product if you buy the right product. Okay, it doesn't take a lot of product. So we're gonna come on in with our stems. Actually, I might have to zip tie these together as well. So we're gonna trim those up. But we really haven't had we've had rain. They got a good rainstorm last week while I was actually out of town. They said like over an inch or something like that of rain. So, yeah. The creeks were running, so it was a lot of rain. Okay, so now I'm gonna put these two together. Okay, and this is all I do, you guys. I literally just put them together just like this. Look how pretty that is. Really nice, full, lush looking, you guys. This is not rocket science. I want to tell you guys, it is not rocket science. But if you turn wreath making into rocket science, more power to you. But wreath making can be really, really easy. Okay, so I grabbed those two, right? And I'm actually just gonna give them a little bit of a curve to kind of mold to the shape of that grapevine. Okay, so we're gonna come on in, and we are just going to set those in there. Oops, kind of a little tangled up. It's okay. So you see how nice and pretty that is. I'm gonna come on in with my zip tie and run that through. I actually might need 2 zip ties. That's gonna be okay. So just kind of pushing those two together, you guys. You want to make sure that you kind of butt them up against each other. You want a little bit of a space too for your bow, because we are going to add a bow to this. And y'all, I've done bundles like this for years. I have done these probably since about 2019, maybe 2018, before I was even a creative coach. So I've done them for trees, I've done them for wreaths, swags, garlands. But look at all of that product, you guys. And you would think, as wreath makers, you guys, because I know a lot of people are wreath makers that are watching. As wreath makers, you know, it gives that illusion that you used so much supplies when really you didn't, right? No one's gonna know that you only used 6 stems total. No one's gonna know that but you. Ultimately, all your customer wants is something pretty, right? Well, I love how this looks though. Okay, so just clipping up my zip ties. Trim that up. Boom, shakalaka. And we're gonna make a bow, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I chose all of this ribbon, but I feel like this one is my winner chicken dinner. It's simple, it's not over the top. You can, of course, do whatever you want to, but really, really simple bow with this ribbon right here, I think would be the perfect finishing touch to it, you guys. Like, don't you think? I think this one's perfect. Now, you can definitely do stars, you can do stripes, you can do polka dots, you can do whatever you want to. But I think the Rick Rack one's going to be my favorite. Okay. So, we are just going to make my tail. And then I usually start off with either a 9-inch loop or a 10-inch loop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 10-inch. Pinch and twist. 10-inch. Pinch and twist. Okay. And then I'm going to do 4 loops of 11 inches. Oh, this one is spliced, you guys. So we're going to start all over again. Okay, so we've got just our tail. I want to make sure I have it long enough. And we're doing 10 inches. Pinch and twist. 10 inches. Pinch and twist. 4 11 inchers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So we did 2 10-inch, 4 11, and now I'm going to do 2 12-inch just to finish it out. So the same ribbon for one bow. I'm going to tell you another one I think would look really, really pretty with this, you guys, is a cabana stripe. The tan cabana stripe I think would look absolutely gorgeous with this. Okay, so I want to hold that in my hand, fluff it out. Oh, yes please. Is it easier to build to top to bottom on hand bows? Usually, that's it. For me, it is. That's the way I've always done it. I've built from the top to the bottom, front to back. That's just me. I know a lot of other creators love to do the opposite, and that's perfectly fine. But as for me, I like to build from the top to the bottom. Stacy, I don't know. Let me just be honest with you. So with the new platform, we're only allotted so many hours. And it got really, really tricky. But now we're going to be using our own platform. So hopefully, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, right? Spoken like a true Southern grandma. We can get back to doing that because I know a lot of people have missed that. I've missed doing it, but hopefully with the new platform that Damon and Parker have created, we can get back to doing that. Okay, so just adding that in to my snazzy little crack there, you guys. You always have, you know, a little bit of a crack right there on your bows, and that's usually where your ribbons are gonna go, right? That's usually where your tails are gonna go. And I personally love how this looks like this, but I want to bring in these tails a little bit down and through the greenery. Okay, look how pretty that is, you guys. So if you're doing the easy bow maker, the easiest way, I want to tell you the easy bow maker is you start from the bottom to the top on the easy bow maker. So what I do first, you'll do last. That's usually how I say it. I confused somebody one time. They're like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah. I was like, what I do first, you'll do last. And they're like, that doesn't make any sense. I was like, what I do first, you'll do last. So like my first set of 10-inch loops, that's going to be the last set that's going to go on there. When you say it, it sounds like you're like, wait, what? I love me a good grapevine. I'm going to tell you what, I love me a good grapevine. And I need to find my zip ties. I don't know what's going on here. There's some right there. But I know Terry asked earlier if we're getting the rain. We've gotten a little bit. We haven't gotten a lot of rain. I wasn't ignoring you, Terry, but hopefully we get a little bit more rain, because Lord knows we could use it. So I like to come on in and just grab myself a little bit of greenery, or maybe even like a center spine piece, and I will just zip tie a piece of ribbon right there. Okay? And the reason for that is because I will make me a nice looking tail. To kind of elongate my design, which I love to do. I love to do that on wreaths, swags. Really on swags, I love adding that little extra tail at the bottom to really make it pop, and also to kind of extend the length of it. So then I will just come up with this, you guys, and I will make me a nice little tail. Y'all, please forgive my light. I know it's been flashing. I need to figure out what's going on with it. But I will tell you, I've had those lights since 2020 when I first started as a coach. So that one might be, she might be kicking the bucket pretty soon, you guys. I don't know, but, and I'm going to tell you guys, if it kicks the bucket, it's going to make me want to redesign my whole work area. Okay, so let's not do that, okay? So I just make a tail, and that's usually about 16, 17 inches, depending. So this one's about 16 inches. And I usually make a longer bit of a tail and a short one. And I just come on in right here. Again, just choosing a piece of greenery, the spine, whatever it might be. And I'm just adding that in there. You've yet to try a swag. Well, definitely check out the How to Make Wreaths blog. I did one in there a few weeks ago. Super simple, you guys. It didn't take a lot of product, honestly. It didn't even take a pine base at all. Now, with this, you have a really nice wreath. That's perfect, right? And you can always go in and add more stuff to it if you want to. Oh, 100%. Like, because so the wires, I have a 6-foot table, you guys. You guys only see part of it when I do lives or when I'm here on YouTube, but one of those, like, I have to move shelves to get to the wiring to take it out. So I'm gonna be like, if I have to do that, we're gonna just redo the whole area. So now we just come on in, kind of fix our greenery, but y'all, did anybody else take note of what we did not use in this project? Let's see, who's gonna get it? Who's gonna be the winner chicken dinner for this pop quiz? What is the one item that Jordan did not use in this project? There's 216 people watching. Up. Looks like I got lots of people already guessing it. But the first one was Pretty Shadow, which I believe is our favorite, one of our favorite people is Carol Ward. So, y'all, a no glue project. Zip, zero, zilch glue. So, with all these thunderstorms happening, you know, and if the power goes out, you can still make wreaths, you guys. You can still make wreaths. So you can still make wreaths. Don't think that, oh, I don't have a glue pot, I don't have a hot glue gun. You can still make wreaths, you guys. All you need is florals and greenery, a grapevine, and some zip ties. Zip ties, that's it, you guys. But really, really pretty. Now, of course, you can always add a sign if you want to. I don't have one here, but I'm going to recommend, well, I do have a sign here, but I would definitely say like one of the signs that's like this would look really good on it. Also a round one. This one I don't recommend just because it's going to stick out so much. When you're adding a sign, you guys, I want to tell you, be very mindful of that grapevine on the edge. Like, do you see if I add this sign, how much it sticks out of there? Like, that's a good, like, 6-7 inches, honestly. That's a good 6 inches of it just sticking out in the middle of nowhere. No, I would rather you have a sign that's like this, that you can tuck in and glue, add in, and look how pretty that's going to look. It looks more aesthetically pleasing like that. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, you guys. But overall, we only used 2 60919s, 2 of this really pretty filler bush. I don't know what the heck this one's called. This one doesn't have a tag on it. I probably have to look in the garbage can to see what it's called. But love that pick. And then 2 of the picks from the wreath supply box, you guys, and a really pretty 6-inch grapevine. Okay, and look at that. Now I will just go back and move that around. Probably zip tie that a little bit more in there, kind of hide that, but no glue. So, but I love how this looks, you guys. This is probably one of my favorite designs ever. Now, of course, when you're doing other things, you guys, you can always choose whatever florals you want to. But when you're shopping for your stems, especially if you have a place that sells some of these stems in person, don't be afraid to pull out of the package, okay? Don't be afraid to pull out of the package. I do it all the time because I want to make sure how many pieces I can get out of it, how many things I'm going to need, but don't be afraid to do that. Now, online it does get a little bit different, but that's when the Deco Exchange app kind of comes into play, because when we do live sales, you guys, sometimes we're making stuff, sometimes we're not making stuff, sometimes we're just showing product, but we show you how many pieces you can get cut off of it, or how many like you need of this XYZ, yada yada yada, right? So definitely make sure you guys download that Deco Exchange app. It is free to download. You don't ever have to buy anything while we're live, but we do go in there and we hang out with you guys. I'm going to tell you, next week is definitely going to be the one of the weeks you're going to want to hang out with us. All the creative coaches. If you don't know what creative coaching is, you can definitely check out creativecoachjordan.com and join us there. But if you don't know any of those faces, you guys, check us out next week on the Deco Exchange app. We're all going to be in Louisiana. We have our Seasonal Splendor Workshop coming up, and we're all coming into Louisiana for our workshop. So we come in person, but we do it virtually. So all the coaches, so you guys can see the camaraderie, the banter, all of the fun stuff. But also we do a lot of live sales. We're doing a lot of projects as well with you guys. And that way, you can see what some of the products look like before you even make a purchase. The Deco Exchange app, like I said, is the best place to shop, I feel personally. I know a lot of people have also said that. So Deco Exchange app in your app store. It is free to download. Download. We'd love to have you. Also, the Seasonal Splendor Workshop. You can go to masteryourmaking.com/Jordan to sign up for that. It is $50. But you're getting tons of content, you guys. All of the tutorials we're doing next Thursday and Friday, which will be available for replay. You remember that if you can't make it, because I know it's still graduation season, we got lots of graduates out there, high school graduates, college graduates. You know, I totally get it. If you cannot make it, the replays will always be there, you guys. So this workshop is going to be fall related, kind of getting you ready for fall with pumpkins and leaves and all the fall goodies, but are pre-recorded, you guys, because not very many people realize this, but you get pre-recorded when you join our workshops. So our pre-recordeds were Halloween. We're Halloween themed. So definitely, if you want to check that out, we'd love to have you guys. Not only do you get exclusive content, but you also get I believe bonuses, and you also have the option to upgrade to a 30% off coupon, and we've had that option since May. Now a lot of people have taken up on that option of the upgraded coupon, and they've used it the entire month of May, and they also can use it the entire month of June. Okay, so definitely check it out, you guys. You can go to masteryourmaking.com/Jordan. It is in I believe the title of this video here on YouTube, but we'd love to have you. I actually am leaving on Saturday to get there on Sunday. I've got to make a stop in San Antonio. That's my halfway point, you guys. So that's where I usually stop at. So, but super excited to see everybody. Super excited to see how far along they've come on the warehouse. But definitely excited for all of y'all that are joining us. And if you've already joined us, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'd love to see who's already joined us. But y'all, that's all I got for y'all. That's it. A really pretty patriotic grapevine, no glue, just zip ties and ribbon. Okay? But y'all, like I said, that's all I got for y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me. Next week there will not be a YouTube. I will not be live here on YouTube next Thursday, because we do have class for the workshop next Thursday. So I will probably make it up the following week. That way y'all can get probably another video the following week, but I will see how things are panning out. Okay, so y'all have a good rest of y'all's day, and y'all have a good weekend, and I will see y'all next time. Okay.